This insane exploit is easy, repeatable, and you can do it solo, but not only that, it will also get you a ton of ship manifests and give you a bunch of reputation. Before I get started, I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and if you could help me get there, that would mean a lot to me. And thank you guys so much for watching. Also, thank you so much to this commenter, as I used some of their information that they gave me in help of making this video, and they also just helped lead me to this exploit. Lost shipments are one of the fastest ways to level up in Sea of Thieves, but they can take anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes if you go in uninterrupted, and because they require traveling long distances, the chance of you being uninterrupted is very low. The main thing that you are after is the ship manifest. So I found a way to get the ship manifest much faster. In order to start this exploit, you are first going to want to put up your merchant emissary flag. And if you want to make this way quicker and way more efficient, you're going to want to go ahead and boost it to grade 4 or 5 by doing quests, as this exploit doesn't give a ton of emissary value, so you're going to want to go ahead and do that beforehand. So that way, if you want to sell for more, or you need to just sell real quick because somebody's coming after you or you got to go, you can just go ahead and do that. You won't have to worry about it. Once you have your emissary flag up, and like I said, hopefully leveled to grade 4 or 5, head to Plunder Outpost. You can either sail straight there if you're close by, but if you're far away, I highly suggest using the Cursed Rogue Talltale. If you dive to the Cursed Rogue Talltale and then cancel it once you surface, you will be right there at Plunder Outpost from anywhere on the map. Once you are at Plunder Outpost, you want to head to the backside of the island, which is to the east. From this area, you are going to want to vote for an Ashen Lost shipment, and you want to vote to sail to it, not to dive to it. Once you do that, you need to check the route map that you are given. You need to get a route that says it's going from Marrow's Peak Outpost to Plunder Outpost. Make sure it's not from Plunder Outpost, and it should be one of these horizontal ones, but just read real carefully every time because you don't want to mess that part up and be looking for something that's not there. If you don't get that map, you're going to need to keep canceling and revoting for the same quest until you do get one of those. And it could take a few tries, so just keep revoting if you're getting unlucky and just keep trying because you will eventually get one. Normally, for these quests, you need to find a ton of clues and find the final shipwreck to get the ship manifest. But from this location, you should be able to see the birds of the final shipwreck from where you're at on the map. You're looking for a small cloud of birds. Now, there's two types of clouds of birds with these missions. You can have these small ones, and you can have these really big ones. These really big ones are for a clue, so if you're seeing that, that's not the right one. You want to look for these little clouds of birds. You will need to look all around you for that small pack of birds in the sky, and they will most likely be northeast or straight east of Plunder Outpost, and within an island or two away. They shouldn't be much farther than Crow's Nest Fortress, and they can be to the southeast very rarely, so just make sure to look around you. You'll get familiar with the locations the more that you do this, but most of the time they're going to be either near Paradise Spring, Cutlass Cay, or Crow's Nest Fortress. There are a ton of spawns. Like I said, you'll slowly get familiar with them as you do it, but just keep looking around and try and get as many as you can when you're first starting this, because those are the most common areas to look for. Go ahead and just look around with your spyglass in those small areas until you see that small pack of birds, and then go over to it, and there should be your first shipwreck with the manifest. No, you can't get the cargo from the cargo hold, but that doesn't matter, because you can instantly, after completing this one by grabbing the manifest, throw down another quest. First of all, you'll get a little bit of reputation for completing the quest, but then you'll be able to again look in your immediate area, again your Plunder Outpost or the other islands that I mentioned, and you should be able to see another end shipwreck in one of those same spots that I mentioned earlier. And it's normally less than a 5-minute boat ride away, and I've had one spawn as close as 15 seconds away, like literally right next to me, and there's even a chance to get it to respawn on the same spot. So in less than 5 minutes, you can head to that other set of birds and grab your next manifest. Just remember that the route has to be from Marrow's Peak Outpost to Plunder Outpost and not the other way around. So make sure, like I said, every time to read that carefully. And if you can't see the shipwreck anywhere near you and you're sure that that's the thing that you have, you're sure that that's the right route, just revote it real quick, as sometimes you can't see it, sometimes you can't find it, or you might just not be looking in the right spot for some reason. So less than 5 minutes is the average time between the clues that you find on a normal Ashen Lost shipment or a normal Lost shipment. However, now you're getting a ship manifest every single time instead, which is instead of a clue, which is much better in my opinion. I'm going to show you guys a demo of me doing this exploit so you guys can see what problems you may encounter, and just to show you what the average run of this exploit will look like and how it will go. And then I will show you guys how much I made and how much you guys could make. First, I put up my emissary flag and I went ahead and just did a regular Ashen Lost shipment. I did it the regular way just to get my emissary grade up to grade 4 before heading out on this exploit. And I had to deal with the sloop real quick, but then I was able to sell and start my exploit run. So I started by diving to the Cursed Rogue Tall Tale, and once I was there, I went ahead and canceled the Tall Tale, and I headed to the backside of Plunder Outpost, which again is the east side of it. Once there, I voted for the Ashen Lost shipment until I got one that was from Marrow's Peak Outpost to Plunder Outpost. And right away, I was able to spot the birds less than an island away to my east, right next to Cutlass K. And in less than 5 minutes of doing the actual exploit portion of this, I had my first manifest. I could then throw down another quest and go for it again. And almost instantly, I could see the small cloud of birds back towards Plunder Outpost to my west. So I headed over there and again, very quickly got another manifest. And I just kept doing this. It kind of just kept taking me back and forth between those two spots, which isn't the most effective I've had this happen, but it was nice to have it be consistent. And I only had to do this for 15 minutes to get 4 ship manifests. Also, a tip that I want to give you guys that comes with this, you can't grab the cargo in the cargo holds, but you can grab the loose cargo all around the ship, which will help you with your reputation, your gold, and event, and if you're not emissary grade 5, your emissary level as well. So make sure to do that, as you can get crates all the way full of goods. You can get gunpowder barrels, regular merchant stuff, and I've even found things as good as stronghold kegs in them. So make sure to take a look around the ship if you have the time. But like I said, I only spent 15 minutes doing the actual exploit part of this, and I was able to pick up 4 ship manifests, which sold for 40k and gave me about 2 levels of reputation. This means if you had a run just like mine, you would be getting about 160k gold and about 8 levels of reputation per hour, depending obviously on your current level and where you're at in the game and what emissary you're selling at. Obviously, as you can tell, this one isn't super crazy for gold, but it's a really reliable way to level up your merchant if that's just what you're going to do. And it doesn't give a bad amount of gold, it just doesn't give as much as other exploits. But if you add in the extra stuff that you can also pick up, you can bring this gold a little bit higher, as well as this one's also possible solo, which just helps a lot, as some of the exploits I've been posting recently aren't able to be done solo. I don't think anyone is getting much more than I was able to at 16 manifests per hour, unless you set up something really elaborate like a galleon with 2 people on rowboats that are going around and sitting in certain spots. That might make it a little faster, but other than that, if you're doing this solo, you're probably getting max of about 16 manifests per hour. So my run is what you can expect from a near perfect run where you don't get attacked or interrupted. However, you could get more gold depending on when you sell. Say you sell during Gold Rush or you sell during an event like Community Weekend, you could get a lot more gold, and you could also get a decent amount more gold if you actually pick up the extra things that come with it. Like I said, I found things like Stronghold Kegs and stuff, which is another easy 10k. And that puts your max potential per hour at about 200k gold and about 8 levels of reputation per hour, again, depending on what level you are. And not to mention that it will help you finish a few more of those really annoying accommodations for Merchant Alliance, as I don't think anybody wants to actually do 20 or 50 or however many you're supposed to do of the full Ashen Cargo runs. This exploit, like I said, it isn't the craziest, but it's very safe. It's much less glitchy than the one I posted last week, and it's very easily possible and may even be best to do solo. I also want to mention that me and others have gotten, like I said, some point in the video, to get the manifest to respawn in the same spot a few times. So if you can figure out how to replicate that and how to get them to all spawn in the same spot or keep spawning in the same spot or very close to the same spot, please let me know in the comments below, as that would help a ton and it would make this exploit so much better and just really increase the utility of it as a solo and useful exploit. If you guys think I missed anything on this exploit, or you know of any other exploits that I haven't uploaded yet, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm currently trying to make it to 10,000 subscribers, and if you could help me get there, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do truly hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.